He's denied.
I think.
Oh, and he scuffed the ground again. That's what he's looking more dejected about.
That's the third time I've seen that happen.
He's called the ref. He's cut another trench. So he's he's stepping on it now. So he's I'll be having the balls back, and Greg's having a shot at the hoop, I suppose. Well, I think the players have already agreed, and you can see Felix is really cut up about that.
Yeah, it's a really unfortunate position for it to happen in. So he had one in the last game this morning as well, I think.
Yeah, it's where he ran a beautiful hoop. Obviously, they still got the game result, which was important for him, but he won't be able to afford to do any of that this afternoon against Robert.
So Greg lining up for hoop 5, 2 each. And the final game of the mixed doubles this morning at Ganley.
And
little bit of a jump through the hoop there, but
it's
through.
Runs on the board, and
so
take the lead, which they need this to take it to. And
they need to try and get a third game, although I don't think the manager will be very happy about that.
Well, he's Australian, I'm sure he'll be fine.
So red taking position, looks like it. Oh, just a little glance off the peg, which probably means blue at red is open. So just needs to get a nice position with black here. Felix still looks a little bit cut up about that last shot. That looks really short as well. So yellow play into position. That looks nice.
Yeah, that's great.
Not having that one back. So I don't know. Red's got quite a short clearance on black, so I doubt it will be being left there.
Yeah, Greg's lining up for the kill shot on red. The hoop might get in his way a little bit there. He's just the angle he might be.
Yeah, I think if we'd not had the little glance off the peg with red would have been in quite a nice position in front of the hoop, and I think Greg would have struggled to get the line on red. But yeah, the little glance, I think there left this open. Ooh.
Nearly got them both.
Cheeky attempt at the double there. But no, good distance on red. So Sonia to play red. Probably just back into the hoop, I reckon. Given Greg lost blue on that last clearance.
Well, I think red's got to take out black though. Black's a runner, so.
Black's a runner, is it?
Yeah, black's a runner, so I think he's got to.
Looks like Felix is going to look at that.
He's asking I mean, another one in. I think black's definitely going for the hoop. A shot through and a miss. Black might decide to take out yellow. You never know. But
is that the angle black? That's the angle that black is on the hoop. I don't think that's running. Yeah, it looks like he's asking for red to be brought back in.
That's going to come in, yeah.
Yeah, ball in position.
Alright, well,
they're a bit short, I think. There.
See what black's got.
Oh, so it's got a few. You've got a few options, haven't you?
Looks like she's only got eyes for yellow, so Fleur obviously doesn't like the hoop either, so that's alright.
Yeah, you probably want black to go a little bit. You want black to roll on a little bit here.
Yeah, well, she probably wouldn't.
Maybe quite not that far.
Been out of hold position anyway, but.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to leave the clearance too short with red on black, do you? Yellow plays back to position. It's playing back to quite a tight line. think I might have played that a little bit deeper.
Yeah. He's hoping red can sort of help protect it a little bit. Because blue's still on the north boundary, so it's still...
Well, I think red's just taking blue wherever blue ends up, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just sort of playing there. We've got 2 balls in front and we're happy to play a few clearances to get a ball in hit running position. I think this will probably be going quite deep.
It's a little bit wide-ish as well, so...
Oh yeah, no, he's just gone wide.
Just run the ball.
I think this will just be a clearance
Yeah,
red on
so
blue.
you called that right. Yeah.
Is that some sunshine breaking through the clouds?
Yeah.
But the players haven't got sun cream on.
brief. Well, I think it was more the wind burn yesterday. A lot of the players were a bit sort of chapped and a bit of sunburn, wind burn, even though it was so cold. I think you've got to push the yellow. I don't think you can really afford to gamble on that, can you? She's taking position, so maybe yellow. Yeah, maybe we're just in a terrible spot up here. Just.
Well, if you put a ball in front, you're forcing them to clear you. They're not clearing you, then doing something other than going for the hoop.
So Fleur's gone a bit closer than Greg, so Felix can actually stun and remain a runner, whereas Greg came a bit wider, which forced Sonia away on the hit. So he's done that. That's a great shot.
That's a really nice stop shot.
So that's centre ball. That's that can overturn the hoop there.
Yeah, this looks like it's going to be a shot from Greg. Oh no, position.
So he's
That's getting quite tight as well.
I think he's trying to get between yellow and the hoop.
But you're more likely to hit yellow if you go for the clearance than to get the block, right? I don't know. There's a lot. I think there's a lot to be said for having a ball in front to put the pressure on. And
yeah, I think he's trying to get the ball in front.
Is that blocking yellow's hoop shot, or do we think it's still open?
I think it's okay for yellow still. Fleur's trying to get in on the line as well.
That's going to hit yellow.
It's going to push yellow into a better spot. Oh, she nearly sneaked in herself.
Yeah, not quite. I think that's gone too far. This is just a hoop shot for Felix. Yeah, you can see the wind there flapping on his shorts.
That's all of the right leg. So
it's not gone too far for a rejection, I suppose. Do you think that black's runnable? I think it looks like it's gone a little bit too far.
I think it's a little bit to the side, but we've got to deny red shot. I think red's got to... And black's probably jawsy from there, so... That's
nice
nice.
clearance.
Yeah, that's enough of the centre to put the pressure back on.
Yep, so the Australians are wrestle control. Yeah, a bit of a congratulatory thing between the Aussies there. Why did you put red then? So I think you probably just need to, I think you probably just want to force black to do something other than go for the hoop. So maybe just put red in cannon fodder position, yellow clears red. Yep. I think you've, I mean, sort of Greg's clearance has earned himself that speculative hoop shot if he wants to take it, hasn't it?
So it looks like she's lining up to push black maybe.
Yeah, maybe it was about that pace, wasn't it? Because it's gone a little bit out of position for something that was going for the position.
But maybe if black bowls out, red's there as a...
She's not even looked at it.
Must be right on the side then, so just coming back as well.
Quite a long way back.
Oh, and Will's here for the change. No, he's shaking it off. He doesn't want the commentary.
Saving himself for the singles later.
Oh, he's asking for money. All right, so Rachel's obviously got the wallet. So or car keys.
It's okay, you can't drive. Yeah, and it looks like Greg's lining up for the hoop shot.
Yeah.
So we've not really seen very many long hoops run. Oh, that missed the hoop completely.
What's the...
It's not offside though. Just a peg marker.
Puts the hoop potential back New Zealand's favour.
Yeah, Fleur's going to have another go at the hoop. It looks like they're not even looking at the clearance red on black. They're just looking at the blocking shot.
Yeah, well, Sonia and Felix had the...
Oh, a little bit too far. Oh, I wonder if red and yellow are touching. Probably not.
Please Fleur with a
That's
good
not
hoop
a
shot
good
anyway.
shot. If Fleur gets this shot and red and yellow aren't touching, that's bad.
She bounces.
She's hung around though. That's quite nice as far as
Yeah,
projections go. It doesn't look like they're Are they touching? Wow.
Don't know, but yellow should be able to chip red back up
Into
wide
white
from
position
blue,
and blue,
and
yeah.
as a runner anyway. So. Yeah, so Sonia and Felix had probably a 4-hour match yesterday afternoon to finish off, and now they're...
They lost that in the game 3, didn't they?
Yeah, got very cold and dark very quick, so we're under lights last night, and they're following up this morning with another marathon match as well.
Ooh, that looks like it's gone a long way.
A bit far, but he's managed to...
Has he got a block there?
No, he hasn't. He's shaking it off.
Red went a long way there. I thought he only needed to go a couple of inches.
Yeah, I think I would have been trying to use the hoop as the wire, but it looked like he was trying to use yellow as the wire.
Oh, you've got the option of black as well. I think between the hoop and black.
He had plenty of room there, yeah. It was just quite a firm shot. Greg with a very measured paced shot, gets it good enough.
Yeah, blue is probably 10 yards from... Oh, no. Maybe 12 or 13 yards from...
Yeah, it's just... They're starting to roll on a bit now with the wind. Yeah.
The Kiwi's just playing back into position.
So Felix is saying...
But not too close
position.
to black. But not too close to black.
Yeah, she's pulled it a little bit wide.
Yeah, I like that. I like that as a distance. I mean, it's still... It's close enough that just tapping a ball in front is...
Well...
Looks like that's what much you might be doing, though.
I think, Greg's hit well the last couple, so why not back him? It's probably a 12-yarder blue on red.
Don't think that's got the wire. Yeah, it looks
No,
like
Felix is lining up for a shot on black. He's got it.
He's got it, but he's lost yellow a little bit.
That red ball is in front.
That red ball is in front, but Greg played in last time, so I reckon that's what he'll do this time.
Yeah, and Fleur's finding the line for him. So not a lot of discussion. They kind of know what each other wants to do each time.
Yeah, the Kiwis have been having more discussion, I would say, than that. Looks like it's a little bit short, but it's still a nice position in front, isn't it? Hoop shot or clearance? You think she's been? Are you say she's been favouring the clearance?
I haven't watched a lot of Sonia's game, so. It looks like.
Yeah, clearance.
But most of the women have been going for the clearance and keeping control.
Black just playing back into position.
Yeah, it's not.
Probably 3 or 4 yards. So I think we're probably going to see another sequence of people trying to get blocks on black in front of the hoop.
Yeah. So Felix comes in as well.
With yellow, that.
He's staying fairly wide on Greg's shot through at him. So Greg will probably just come in as well. Hopefully getting in the way of red on black if that ends up being the sequence. He's just got a touch.
Good attempt, just a little bit too far.
Yeah. So whether
do we think this is going to be red on
red
black?
takes on black or whether red comes in to block the hoop.
We've seen quite a few hoop attempts at this hoop, so
see if
might
red
just be another ball in.
If red doesn't take black, I think black could be taking yellow more than the hoop anyway and leaving it for Greg. So
this looks like a clearance. Struck firmly, but just missed on the left.
Just overhit it a little bit, I think.
So I think this will be a clearance on yellow from previous shot choices. Yeah. And then yellow will have to play immediately back or shoot up low. Oh, she's lost that a bit. I think she was trying to get the wire.
Well, who knows this time? We'll say yes because she's pretty close to it. So. Well, she did get the ricochet over, but okay. I mean, Felix has been hitting pretty well, so I don't know if you want to centre it and hang about just in case he hits Greg, but
I think given how many shots I've had at this hoop, that would probably be my preference.
But even with this shot now, it's going to be a.
He's not taking it.
It's going to be a bit of.
He's not taking it immediately. He's going to talk to Sonia.
It's going to be a bit of scattering.
Well, yeah,
so
not hanging around much.
That's the thing, and then blue's going to come back exactly where it is. So
I wouldn't be surprised if they just put a ball in
here. Put one in and make Greg choose, because there's been his last hoop attempt he missed it by at least a foot. So
they do risk going. Just ball in. That's what I thought, and it's not gone into the back of the hoop.
No.
That looks like it's in nice position. I think I might just be getting rid of that.
If that's too close, too easy. So he is.
Yeah, this looks like a clearance, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's.
He's probably also got a really good line for getting yellow wide on the boundary.
Yeah.
Based on where he can get blue. That looks like it might be open actually.
But that's still good play. I mean, you don't have to take the risk. Everything else is out of position.
No, I mean
they've managed to reverse it. They've got a ball in front. Yeah, got a ball in front. So
I think we're going to play red in, black in, a yellow clearing blue. That's the sequence for the next few shots. Out here. So if anyone's joined us recently, we are currently on day 3 of the Trans-Tasman here at Kenley. New Zealand won the first test narrowly yesterday lunchtime. The Australians were 3-1 up at the end of play yesterday, and they have won 2 of the matches this morning, and the Kiwis picking up another match. So the second test score is currently 5-2 to the Australians. We've got singles this afternoon. After this doubles that we're currently watching has finished, we will be streaming Robert Fletcher against Felix Webby on Lawn 2, which should be a cracking match. Looking forward to commentating on that. So join us for that if you can.
You might need a Might need a rug for the for the afternoon.
It's okay. I've got some blankets in the car.
I think you might need the blankie. It's starting to get. Well, it'll be a bit snuggy out here this afternoon anyway. So.
So we've currently got Greg and Fleur playing for Australia, and we've got Sonia and Felix playing for New Zealand. New Zealand won the first 7-6.
I just noticed we've got the.
So a nice tight one, yeah. So the score is currently.
So that's wrong. I think the score on the screen.
Yeah, so on the screen. So it is currently
3-2.
3-2 to the Australians.
Yeah, so 3-2 Australia at the moment.
Yeah, that's a nice clearance. But black's just coming back, yellow's coming black, and then blue's clearing red. So. So yeah, Fleur playing black, and we're black. You go and get something else if you're getting it. Thank you. So, Sonia taking on what looks like a clearance on black. So we've just had an update on the programme for the rest of the day here. So we are going to finish this match here, even if it goes to 3. But some of the singles games are going to start going on in the meantime. So I think quite a few of those will be heading out onto the outside lawns, which we can't actually cover with the cameras. So we can only really watch the 3 lawns that you've seen coverage of over the past hour or so. With the cameras, a little dance from Sonia there on that clearance.
No, she got the clearance, so they might have overturned. There's been a lot of overturning on this hoop, so.
Well, they had a big battle at hoop 6 in the first game on this hoop as well, didn't they?
And so now Fleur, is she going to put one in, or is she going to stop Felix having a shot on the hoop?
She's been putting. They've been choosing to put balls in here a lot. I think they'll probably try the same again. Would be my. Oh no, that's a shot.
No, they're trying to deny the shot on goal.
Okay, so that's interesting. So so they took the shot on Felix. Okay.
Which now leaves him a shot on hoop. This to tie it for Kiwi.
It looks like he's going at this quite hard again.
And he's got it.
And straight through.
3-all.
3-all. So how did red get there? Was red legal?
Yeah, because red cleared Fleur away, allowing Felix that shot. So red came off the black.
So Greg taking position. He's chosen to go quite deep. Well, he's chosen to go comparatively deep to some of the other hoop approaches we've seen, which I quite like actually. So guarantees you're much more likely to get a hoop shot. Yeah, it's gone quite tight with that.
So Felix is obviously happy.
Don't know, he's getting down to have a look at something, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's happy having shot on Greg, obviously. So
yeah.
That's,
I wonder if he's just having flashbacks to hoop 5 where he...
and Fleur's done. That's nice positioning.
Yeah, so it's interesting actually. So if he digs up the lawn here, if it's outside the court, it's fine, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's just if he has an issue with the shot and digs up the lawn inside here that it would be a fault.
Well, it's quite surprising how much he's done it, but...
yeah, so earlier in this game, if you weren't watching, Felix was a bit unfortunate after he was taking he hit a lovely clearance at hoop, between hoop 4 and hoop 5, clearing upper in front of hoop 5 was a really nice clearance on Greg, but he dug the ground up a little bit with his mallet on the shot, and Greg ran hoop 5 the next shot after the balls were put back. But it's just clearance on blue, and you've just got to hope blue doesn't hit red. Yeah. Okay. So he must have been aiming for black there. So blue, you reckon red's blocking blue's hoop shot?
Red must be blocking it, but I'm sure Greg will be happy with the jump rather than the little stun clearance.
Well, the stun clearance doesn't look great with yellow hanging around on that band.
But he's not removing the clips, so he's
going for the clearance. I don't think he's very likely to get wide from it, so he's just
dragged blue a little bit on, so it's no longer a hoop runner. But
it'll be interesting to see if Felix takes on the shot at blue.
Wow.
Even regardless.
Depends whether.
Oh, it depends on red.
If red's in good position, then I think he'll be taking that shot.
So I'm going to take position in front of hoop 7. So it's nearly 12 o'clock here, so I think some people will probably be getting hungry. Oh yes, I've just had a message from my husband asking if I want anything from Coles. I can ask him to get me some lunch. I think red's gone on a little bit further than
so
they
it's
would have liked. So I think yellow's just going to get into position.
It's going to come in as well, yeah. It's no point chasing blue now.
Oh, that's nice. Blue getting rid of yellow, I reckon.
Not sure.
Yeah, looks like it. They've not looked at anything. I mean, they can't really.
Well, they're probably pretty confidently doing that, thinking Sonia's not going to take on the hoop, so he's probably scattered that a bit more than he was hoping, but he's got Felix to the corner, which is probably more important.
Yeah, blue was quite close to red though as well. I think that might have been...
Might have got both.
Yeah.
No, the wind has picked up again.
Yeah, I think this has got to be a hoop shot with red. Stop shotting brown just leaves, stop shotting red on black just leaves blue a really nice clearance on red into the lawn next time. So I think, yeah, it looks like she's lining up the hoop shot. Yeah. To be honest, Jaws might be good enough. Black's quite far back. 3-4 yards back.
Yeah, Fleur's a good jumper, but the jumps have been a bit sketchy. I've seen quite a few jumps fail. Anything over a couple of yards, it's been... because there's a bit of sand on the ground that seems to be coming out at funny angles a few times.
I think we've not seen that many hoops run from where black is, let alone jump from where black is. Then. But let's see what red does. She's going hard.
Yeah,
looks like went through.
Yep,
a little bit of a fist bump there.
And 3/4 of the way down to the next hoop. So as a runner, so that's
nice shot.
a big point for New Zealand.
Yep, I think
4-3
that will
up.
be
And
game-defining shot, potentially, that one.
well, it's them in a really strong position to get to 5-3 now, so it's yeah, red. Black's gone wide. Not sure about that. I think red is going to be taken on the hoop again.
It's not got anything better to do.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, yeah, they just sneaked past.
Well, now that Felix has gone long, I think
might be the only hoop
red's
shot
having
they
the hoop
get.
shot. Yeah, so.
There's the option of blue getting really nice wide position from yellow and potentially blocking red though. So let's see where
putting a bit of put some bait in, try and.
I think that's a bit short to reach though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to end up level with red, isn't it? Nope, not quite. So yeah. Well, another nice hoop shot. Yep, there we go. The instruction for Felix to go for the hoop.
Yeah, should be very steady.
Can have some nice quick hoops as she wins this.
I know, make a change.
Hard luck. So I think black's got that option to go wide from yellow, and
I think it'll. Yeah, it's a smart play.
Then give blue the clearance on red.
Oh, she might cook that a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, it looked like it died a little bit towards the end, but is it open? Doesn't look like he's looking at clearance.
He's just getting in nice and tight.
Yeah, that's nice.
Backing his partner on the return shot.
Well, if you can't see, if you can't see black, you've not got. What other options have you got?
Got no singles have come out yet. I thought they'd be all.
No, I imagine they're probably snacking up, grabbing lunch before heading out, and he's got a nice flick onto the boundary.
Yep.
Towards, not quite sure where that is in front of hoop 9, but it's definitely.
It's a good 21-yard shot, so it's not wide through hoop 6, but red does have a 21-yard shot to clear black and try and extend their lead.
Yeah, Greg played a nice shot there to get over in front of hoop 9, so New Zealand could do with hitting this.
Struck it nicely, but quite a bit to the right. So.
Yeah. So Fleur to run. Oh, and red's coming back onto the lawn because it's bounced off the concrete. Yep. Get that back off the lawn. So Fleur lining up to run this to go 4-all. You can't actually see it because it's off screen, but her partner ball's flicked off to in front of hoop 9, so this will be a good one for them to get. Yep, and straight through.
So 4-all. So Australia ties it up. And as Rachel mentioned earlier, Greg is, I can only see his cap, so he looks like he's about halfway, maybe 3/4 of the way to hoop 9. So
yeah, we just want this in.
Don't think he's quite exactly in front. So
just in hoop running position. So we're forcing blue to take on the clearance.
So Felix.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Puts it up. A little bit past just to put an extra yard on Greg's shot.
Yeah, so I was going to say, if Greg hits this, then they're basically probably level pegging this hoop. Yep. And he's gone off that boundary. He'll be happy with that.
He's kept it right on the side. He can crunch red if he needs.
Yeah, so I think red will probably be trying to play quite deep here, just because if they go straight in front of the hoop, then Greg's going to have a cross claw. Greg's going to have a 7-yard.
And Felix is giving her the spot, and he's gone very. He's almost on the boundary.
He's gone very deep,
gone,
yeah.
6 yards out, right in front.
Yeah. That looks quite far. Yep. Served its purpose. Blue doesn't look like it's going to... Oh, that's short. Wow.
Yeah, I don't think it's a runner from...
It's probably served the purpose. I think Blue's unlikely to be clearing it, isn't it?
It's not too bad. Yeah, but it's made, 7-yard shot for Blue into a 9-yard shot. So
yeah, so Black taking position here. And that's nice and straight in front. Probably 2 and a bit yards straight in front. And then Felix just playing to tight position. Yeah, that's nice.
So is Greg going to chase yellow, or is he going to try and...
Then a bit of choice.
Looks like he's taking on the red. He's...
wow, it's not really near enough to the... It's still quite distance off the boundary.
Yeah.
So if he gets anything on the left-hand side, red's going to the far boundary. But as you say, 9-yard shot and not 7-yard shot, and he needs to get the correct side of it. Otherwise, red's just going off the near boundary.
He's missed it on the right, so...
That might be quite costly. So I think red's got a 3-yard clearance on black here.
Yeah.
It looks like it's straight at maybe halfway between the hoop and the halfway mark. So we'll see if she tries to get any cut on this to try and get the extra distance on it.
And she has...
A little bit.
Yep.
Not as much distance though, really.
Still, it's a must-hit shot for Fleur now.
Yep. To stay in the hoop. Not to get anything, to stay in the hoop.
And she also misses slightly to the right.
So
Felix is...
taking this on to go 5-4.
Yep, and powers it through.
Oh, you say powers it through. It doesn't look like it's going to end up off the boundary, though. That's not in hoop running position, but that's in...
wasn't clean, is he?
No,
right? But he's quite...
You could hear the amount. Yeah. You could hear quite a bit of wire, couldn't you?
But
that's a very useful clearing position. Don't want to get too close to that hoop with yellow there.
So New Zealand now 5-4 up.
Yeah, so New Zealand won the first game here, and they've got the lead in game 2 at the moment. Oh, I think that's too close to yellow. Let's see where red ends up. If red gets good hoop running position here, I think yellow will be dispatching blue to corner 4. As long as red doesn't manage to plant itself along that line. Oh, which it looks like they're looking at the line. Sonia might be a bit worried about that one. But with blue, the distance from blue from the hoop, they do have the option of putting a ball in, trying to get a block as well as playing the clearance. Although I think Felix would probably prefer to take the clearance. Let's see where red ends up.
Be pretty unlucky to get on that line.
Yeah, it looks like she's basically on. Oh, yeah, that's a bit nasty actually. Because I think you naturally want to go to the left of blue, and she's been forced to go to the right.
Gone to the right to make sure, but the lawn's
looks
helping
like it's
her.
a really nice pace.
She's putted that really well, but too far.
Oh, slightly too far.
So whether they actually knew that the court went slightly right to left there or not, I'm not sure, but had the perfect line, just touched too much power.
Just 6 inches too long, isn't it? So I imagine black will probably hang back a little bit as well.
Probably not that far back, but Fleur's come up a bit short there.
I think I'm putting yellow in front here. Yeah, that looks like what he's doing. Yeah, that's nice. I'm not sure what red can do. Is red hampered by the hoop, or has red got a shot on black?
I think red's got a shot on black. So, but From this angle, looks like Greg can sail past through the hoop. But whether he's going for the yellow, I'm not so sure.
I'm not sure when they're going to get their next hoop shot if he doesn't go for the hoop here.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but he obviously had the same thought. He's got a consolation prize of yellow. Might have even hit it into position so red can't clear back, actually. Sort of looks like it might be along the right line. If it hasn't, he's probably got a spot where you can tap red that blocks the hoop.
Red's going in tight, yeah. I think there's.
And you're just banking on Felix hitting the clearance with yellow on blue, which, you know, he's only going to be in corner 4, isn't he? So
they're blocking black shot on the hoop.
Yeah, they might even have yellow covering a bit of it as well. I do think there is a bit. I mean, you don't have the advantage in singles, but in doubles, the advantage of going second and being able to choose and force the order of the balls. I think it's been quite a big advantage for them here that Felix has been playing yellow and being able to clear Greg as the next ball to play as blue. And we saw that yesterday in the match that we were covering on lawn 2, as well with Ed Wilson and George Coulter, the pair going second, having making the most of their advantage of being able to choose the order. Yeah. So yeah, it's like Red's just playing stack position. That looked like it might have stopped a little bit short of where
she
they
didn't seem super happy. She stayed in the stance for quite a while, staring at it, hoping it was better than it was, but
might just be difficult to run. Oh wow!
Jumpers
off.
Just
taking a jumper off. Whew.
5 minutes of sunshine.
Yeah, make the most of it. Definitely not taking any layers off of here in the commentating box. 2 jumpers, a coat and a hat.
Put the thermals on today.
That is one advantage of playing over spectating. You do get to keep warm when you're walking around and stuff. But I guess with it being doubles, there's a lot of... You're less on the go, aren't you? It's much more stop-go. Stop.
And they're obviously realising the importance of this match. Everyone's probably a lot, not necessarily slow, but they're a lot more, lot steadier. But the game is going quite long.
Right, yeah, both the Kiwi players are taking their tops off now, so you can see their New Zealand kit. So they've all got black shirts and they've got their names on the back in white.
Greg and Flo are taking a lot of time to deliberate over this one.
Yeah, it's a bit tricky because we can't exactly see what they've got with black, but
back to
I think if they can see any of red, I think they've got to try and clear it. If not, it's got to be yellow onto red. Yeah, perhaps they couldn't see any of it.
Yeah,
just play yellow onto red.
Well, yellow was a runner, I'm pretty certain. So I think. If they took out red, left hoop for yellow.
I guess it just depends how likely you think this is to be bashed to the other side of the lawn. Won't be happy with that.
No,
stop shot clearance on blue here.
So we're going to miss.
To get the Aussies back in at this one.
He's overrun it a little bit there.
Yeah, I think he
was trying to be careful.
I think he was probably trying to get the other side.
He was trying to be careful and keep it there,
but he's hung around. Where's red going to go?
And yellow's cleared itself, so black can make good position. We're back on. So it looks like Duncan's making his way out onto court 5 or 6. And Pete's following, so it must be Duncan and Pete for the first lot of singles. Players must have been given the G up.
I think the players are probably pleased that the sun is at least out.
Or that, well, maybe they were all waiting for the sun. So right, sun's out.
Out you go.
And so it looks like court 5, Pete Landreeben versus Duncan Dixon, and court 6 looks like George Coulter and Edward Wilson from Australia are playing. And Will's back with food and jackets.
Yeah, so we're still covering game 2. So we've got Fleur and Greg against Sonia and Felix. So Felix and Sonia won the first 7-6, and then this second match has been a really tight affair as well. So the Kiwis are currently 5-4 up in that.
And Greg's just tried a little stymie shot on Sonia to protect Fleur, but I think he's overrun it slightly. He didn't look very happy.
I really like those shots. But
oh yeah, but I think he's just gone a little bit too far. And she got all of that. That's but he's hanging about, and we're exactly where we were 5 minutes ago. So.
Okay, so blue and black dominating the hoop there. So yellow just playing to somewhere it's not going to be cleared into the far side of the lawn. So discussion here between Greg and Flo about where to put blue. So it looks like we're going for tight position. I imagine they're probably going to try the block with black next turn. It looks like black's got quite a good line for that, where they're looking at putting blue. And they've also just got the option of clearing red if it goes in front as well.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of discussion about this one. It's always fun trying to guess what the players on the lawn are saying to each other.
You just had the microphone turned down while you're chewing on your mandarin. Obviously sounding good for the folks at home. Yeah, there's a lot of... as the game's gone on, it's got sort of slow, more deliberated.
So the guys on the outer lawns are warming up for their singles games. So we can't actually move the cameras to show you those, but we will try and keep you abreast of any interesting developments out there. So I think a lot of people might be hoping that this doesn't go to a tie break, this test. Might be a very long day if it does. So just a brief reminder of the format for anyone that doesn't know or that's tuned in recently. So we are currently on day 3. There it is a best of 3 test series. New Zealand won the first test closely yesterday at lunchtime. The second test should be finished today. We've got mixed doubles round that was started this morning, and we're still following the last game from that. And then the final round is a round of 8 singles games. Those have started to go on for the players that obviously aren't involved in this final doubles match that's still going on here. So I think the decision has been taken that even if this game does go to 3, or sorry, if the Aussies win this and the match requires going to 3, they will finish that match. I think that decision has been taken, which is likely to hold
extend
up
the day again, so that'll be another
for quite a lot of the players as well. So I think there might be quite a few people hoping that New Zealand win this in 2.
mainly from the camera crew, I think. So.
Yeah, so the singles match that we'll be covering this afternoon will be Felix Webby against Robert Fletcher on lawn 2, which should be a good match. The other matches that have started to go on the singles, we've got Pete Landry playing Duncan Dixon, we've got George Coulter and Ed Wilson on one of the outside lawns. Not sure about the lineup for any of the women yet. They've not started to come out yet.
Well, Alison Sharp and Helen Reeves are over there, but I don't know if they're the opponents or not. But they seem to both be loitering around court 10, so
yeah,
I'm assuming that might be a matchup.
That might be another matchup. So yes, I think Alison was down as the Australian number 1, Helen down as the Kiwi number 2. So I think that might be the I think that might be the matchup for this afternoon. I think that might be right. And that's a nice clearance by Felix. Just a nice stop shot on blue, and New Zealand have managed to wrestle themselves back into this hoop.
Definitely in the box seat to win the hoop now. It's but one good clearance and
or a good jaws by red.
Yeah.
This looks like it's a clearance on yellow, so. Yep, it does look like Helen and Alison are playing each other. So they'll probably start warming up their game now.
And Greg gets Felix quite well.
Yeah, I lost blue a little bit, but let's see what red can do with this hoop.
That angle might be essential if she does get in the draws.
Yeah. I think there's probably quite a lot of that hoop she can hide behind if she doesn't quite get in the jaws. Doesn't look like they're going for the jaws. It looks like Felix is pointing at a position in front of the hoop wide from blue, doesn't it?
Yeah. So Alison and Helen look like they're trying to start on court 3. So the court manager's running out there to say, no, ladies, you're on court 10. You're on the outside court. So I think Alison was keen to be on the show court again.
We've not seen Alison playing yet on much on the live streaming.
So
we've had a good mix, so we've not had any of the people that we've been focusing on today weren't involved in the match yesterday. So nice mix of players. So hopefully everyone's been able to see some of the players they want to see.
Well, they're still staying in that corner. So maybe. The information earlier is incorrect. They might be starting all the singles on the middle courts as well. So
that would be nice for us.
Yeah, so they might get a bit of. Well, we can't have Robert Felix, unfortunately, because Felix is still involved in this doubles match. So we'll be waiting quite a while yet before we get the.
Yeah, so I think the players will have half an hour.
The big guys
after this match before they go on for their singles. So I mean, well, it's going to be 4 singles games that are impacted, won't it? So we're still waiting for one of the
other singles to roll out.
The other singles, if it can go out. Yeah, so Black just playing back to position. Do you think they were going for the angle so red can't clear black?
Yeah, I think so. It looks like the boys' singles. Nice. New Zealand has won the toss again on both of those. So Duncan won the toss and George has won the toss. So Australia's having a shocking run with the coin.
I think it works quite well for you in the doubles, but yeah,
yes,
in the singles, you're definitely. Why would you not want to win the toss?
Okay, another person's running out to the corner to perhaps tell the ladies, no, don't start on that court, you're on the other one.
They just want to be on the camera.
That's right.
Oh, they're putting the balls onto the lawn, though. What's John saying?
Yeah, they've taken some balls out, they're taking some balls back in, they're taking some balls out. I don't know. They obviously... I don't know, something odd happening over there. But now we're back with Sonia, trying to get this little jawsy, maybe hoopy shot.
It might run. Hoping she goes for this gently. Seen quite a lot of rejections from angled. Yeah, that's nice and gentle.
Jaws, but it's
came out a little bit, didn't it?
Popped out, yeah. Which is.
But what can black do with yellow? Put it somewhere where it clears blue halfway down the lawn.
That's right. So it's still advantage New Zealand. It's
so I was going to say the hamper's an option, but the hamper's an option. It tries to play onto the back of yellow so that it can't clear blue. There's an option, but not really sure you don't really want to tie two balls up when you're 4-5 behind. It's much more advantageous to do it if you're the one that's leading.
She might like the little jump clear on red. She might.
But then yellow just runs.
What was yellow right? Is yellow any better than what red spot was? It's hard to tell from this angle.
I think yellow runs. It's different. I don't think it's easy, but I think
that's
yellow.
a runner,
yeah. I think it can.
Well, you got to deny the shot on goal then. So both the ladies are walking away. What's the another consultation?
It's interesting because I don't think they weren't doing this so much earlier in the game, I wouldn't say. It looks like there's been more situations where they've wanted to discuss things, I think.
Well, I think they're all quite invested in it now. It's sort of they've put so many hours into this match. They're sort of jeepers. And yeah, Alison and Helen are being pushed out to the outside court 10.
Oh well, I hope we're going to get something on lawn 3 instead. I mean, I think this game and this match potentially still got quite a lot of life in it. So. The ladies are having a warm-up. Have any of the men started yet?
Yeah, the Edward Wilson and George Coulter are up to hoop 3 already, so I'm not sure how the scores have gone over there.
Oh dear, I thought it was bad trying to look at the clips on the far lawns in front of us.
Yeah, no, it's, looks like it might be 1-1, but it's hard to say what's on hoop 1. Definitely a blue clip on hoop 2, which is George's.
Yep, so it looks like black's cleared yellow, and yellow looks like it's open on blue. So Felix will be taking this, and probably aiming to get it to the far boundary.
That's right.
So he missed the last one. This one's looks quite a bit shorter though. A
bit shorter, and yeah, he hasn't hit that exactly in the centre. That's
no, so red in the hoop's quite a big target.
You can see on his body language, he's not. Yes, it's a hit, but he's not overly happy with it. Not anywhere near as much distance as he'd been hoping for.
I wonder if the time and the slowness might be getting to
Felix. Yeah. Well, like I say, he was the last one here yesterday. He's had more time on court than anyone.
That looks pretty straight. It's out of hoop running position, isn't it? Yeah. Slightly unlucky to get that side of it. It looked like it was pretty in the middle. Oh.
Start the rotation again.
Yep.
Flu's starting to stretch a bit. They must be getting a bit tight.
Yeah, and I imagine they're probably getting hungry. I mean, they've been out there for a while, and the last break was, I was going to say, if they started at 8:30 and it's now 12:30, the first game was a little bit over 2 hours. It's probably an hour and a half since they've had anything to eat or been to the lure or anything. So I was going to say, I'd definitely be getting hungry.
Fill their pockets.
Yeah, so just playing the safety clearance there.